Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into the world of Stars Hollow, where coffee isn't just a beverage, it's practically a character of its own. Grab your cup of joe, because we're exploring Gilmore Girls' coffee and conversations. From Lorelai's coffee obsession to how it symbolizes so much more in the show, let's talk coffee and all things Gilmore. Coffee count. How many cups did Lorelai really drink? If there's one thing we know for sure about Gilmore Girls, it's that Lorelai Gilmore doesn't just love coffee, she lives for it. Her caffeine obsession is more than a quirky character trait, it's practically her life force. But have you ever paused mid-binge to wonder just how many cups of coffee Lorelai actually consumed over the course of the series? Believe it or not, some incredibly dedicated fans have crunched the numbers, and their theories might surprise you. Let's start with the basics. Gilmore Girls ran for 154 episodes across 7 seasons, plus the A year in the Life revival. Lorelai's coffee addiction is referenced in nearly every single episode. Whether she's pleading with Luke for her next fix or grabbing a to-go cup on her way to work, her relationship with coffee is a constant theme. If we estimate that she drinks 2 to 3 cups per episode, a reasonable assumption given how often we see her with a mug in hand, that adds up to more than 300 cups of coffee over the series. And that's just the conservative estimate. But let's be real, 2 to 3 cups is probably underestimating Lorelai's true caffeine intake. Some episodes hint at her consuming more. For example, in Season 3, there's the iconic moment when Lorelai enthusiastically declares, "Coffee, coffee, coffee."
No, see, I said, coffee, coffee, coffee.
Right.
As in, I really need coffee, coffee, coffee.
Does that line mean she had 3 cups in rapid succession? Or is it more of a metaphor for her unquenchable need for caffeine? Fans have been debating this for years, with some suggesting that her real-life coffee consumption would be closer to 4 to 5 cups per episode, especially during high-stress moments like planning Rory's Chilton events or organising Stars Hollow's quirky festivals. If we go with the higher end of the estimate, let's say 4 cups per episode, that's over 600 cups of coffee across the series. Add in the revival, where Lorelai's coffee habits haven't slowed down, and you're looking at a number that might even hit 700. That's a lot of caffeine. Of course, this raises the question, how on earth does Lorelai manage to function without crashing from exhaustion or jittering her way through the streets of Stars Hollow? The joke among fans is that Lorelai's caffeine tolerance defies biology. After all, if Stars Hollow can exist with its lovable but eccentric cast of characters, perhaps Lorelai's superhuman ability to consume gallons of coffee is just another part of the magic. Ultimately, Lorelai's coffee obsession is about more than just the number of cups she drinks. It's a defining part of her personality, a quirky, relatable trait that adds to her charm. Whether it's a plot point, a running joke, or just background ambience, coffee is central to Lorelai's character and to the show itself. So, what's your guess for Lorelai's total coffee count? Is it 300 cups? Ainudu? 700? Let us know in the comments below, because if there's one thing Gilmore Girls fans love as much as Lorelai loves coffee, it's diving into fun fan theories. Gilmore Girls' funniest coffee quotes. One of the reasons we adore Gilmore Girls is its fast-paced, razor-sharp dialogue, and coffee plays a starring role in the humor. In Stars Hollow, coffee isn't just a beverage, it's practically a love language. Lorelai Gilmore's relationship with coffee is nothing short of legendary, and her witty one-liners about caffeine are some of the most iconic moments in the series.
Like an exaggeration. It's a funny, desperate cry for caffeine. It's just my thing.
Take this classic. I need coffee in an IV.
This is a jumbo coffee morning. I need coffee in an IV.
I give you tea and a balance bar.
In one hilarious sentence, Lorelai perfectly encapsulates her dramatic, over-the-top coffee obsession. It's not just that she loves coffee, she acts like her very survival depends on it. This isn't far off. Coffee seems to fuel nearly every major and minor decision she makes. Her urgency for caffeine is often exaggerated to comedic extremes, but somehow we still find ourselves relating. Haven't we all had mornings when we wanted to bypass the mug and go straight to a drip? Of course, Lorelai's coffee addiction wouldn't be complete without Luke Danes, her favourite enabler. Despite his grumbling and occasional protests, he's always ready with a fresh pot at his diner. Luke's deadpan delivery of "Do you want to know what coffee is?" It's hot and black, and doesn't have 3 pounds of sugar in it, is peak Luke energy, practical, no nonsense, and quietly affectionate. It's the perfect counterpoint to Lorelai's chaotic, sugar-laden love for her caffeinated fix. And then there's Lorelai's unapologetic declaration. "Everything in my life has something to do with coffee. I believe in my former life, I was coffee."
Everything in my life has something to do with coffee. I believe in a former life I was coffee.
This line isn't just funny, it's quintessential Lorelai. It highlights her quirky, hyperbolic sense of humor and her willingness to make fun of herself. If coffee were a person, it's safe to say it would be her soulmate. This sentiment extends beyond just humor. It's a reflection of how Lorelai uses coffee to navigate her world. Coffee is her comfort, her coping mechanism, and her constant companion. What makes these moments so enduringly funny is how naturally they fit into the Gilmore Girls universe. Lorelai doesn't just drink coffee, she uses it as a metaphor for surviving life's chaos. Whether she's making a connection between teenage drama and caffeine addiction, or convincing Rory to join her for one more late-night cup, her coffee obsession feels both quirky and relatable. That's the magic of the show. It takes ordinary moments like pouring a cup of coffee and turns them into something iconic. Here's a fun behind-the-scenes fact. Alexis Bledel, who played Rory, doesn't actually like coffee. Throughout filming, her iconic coffee cups were filled with soda instead. It's a surprising twist, given how effortlessly Rory seems to match her mum's coffee enthusiasm on screen. So, what's your favourite coffee-related line from Gilmore Girls? Personally, Lorelai's reincarnation theory wins my heart every time it's peak caffeine-fueled comedy. Let me know your favourites in the comments below, and let's keep the coffee love brewing. Analysing coffee as a metaphor in the show. But coffee in Gilmore Girls is more than just a running joke or a quirky habit of Lorelai's. It's a powerful metaphor for comfort, routine, and the bonds between characters. It's woven into the fabric of the show, appearing in nearly every episode as a symbol of connection, familiarity, and even love. Take Luke's diner, for instance. It isn't just a place to grab breakfast or refuel with caffeine, it's the heart of Stars Hollow. So many pivotal moments in the series happen there. Whether it's Lorelai and Rory sharing updates on their lives, the town gathering to hash out its quirky issues, or Luke quietly supporting Lorelai with a perfectly brewed cup, the diner is a haven. Coffee at Luke's is more than a beverage. It's a gesture of care and understanding. Luke's seemingly simple act of brewing Lorelai's coffee shows his affection in ways he sometimes struggles to say out loud. Their relationship starts with these small, unspoken gestures, evolves over countless cups of coffee, and solidifies as a cornerstone of the series. For Lorelai and Rory, coffee is a mother-daughter tradition, a shared ritual that underscores their unique bond. Late-night talks, big decisions, and even their day-to-day routines are often accompanied by a steaming mug in hand. Coffee represents their shared love of spontaneity and their comfort in each other's company. It's a constant in a world that can be chaotic. Even beyond the Gilmores, coffee reflects the culture of Stars Hollow itself. It's about more than the caffeine, it's a symbol of community. Whether it's Luke's, Weston's, or a to-go cup on the way to another adventure, coffee brings people together and keeps the heart of Gilmore Girls beating. Montage of Rory and Lorelai at home. For Rory and Lorelai, coffee is much more than a caffeinated pick-me-up. It's the foundation of their unique mother-daughter relationship. Their bond thrives in moments spent together over steaming cups, whether it's during late-night chats about school, love, or life's unexpected twists. Coffee becomes the backdrop to their brainstorming sessions, from crafting plans for Rory's academic journey to navigating Lorelai's often complicated love life. Even in the quiet moments of reflection, coffee is a comforting constant in their ever-evolving lives. It's not just a beverage, it's a ritual, a shared language, and an anchor that keeps their connection strong through every up and down. And then there's Stars Hollow, the whimsical small town that feels as cozy as a cup of coffee itself. At Luke's Diner, coffee isn't just served, it's poured with love, sarcasm, and a sense of community. Luke's steady hand with the coffee pot and his unwavering presence symbolize a kind of reliability that mirrors his relationship with Lorelai. Meanwhile, Weston's Bakery and other coffee spots around town reflect Stars Hollow's quirky charm, offering locals a place to gather, gossip, and enjoy life's little moments. That's it for today's Coffee and Conversations. We've counted cups, laughed at quotes, and explored coffee as a metaphor in one of the most iconic shows ever. What's your favourite coffee moment from Gilmore Girls? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Stars Hollow goodness. Until next time, keep your coffee strong and your conversations even stronger.